Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to go over some of the things that you can do to prevent your baby from developing plagiocephaly or any other flathead variety. Some of the things that we did with our second child that made a huge difference. With our first child, we did have to get a helmet, although we didn't actually end up doing it, but she did need a helmet. We were just able to fix her flat head without a helmet. I did post a video on it about a year ago, so if you're new here, check out that video. I'll link it down below and I'll put it up in the cards now. Totally a game changer, the things I mentioned in that video. So number one is avoid baby gear. So by baby gear, I mean like those seats, rock and plays, any kind of like swing, mama-roo, stuff like that. So that's what I mean by baby gear. With my daughter, she was in a baby swing a lot, and I think that contributed to her actually developing flat head by the time she was 4 months. With my second child, my son, he's 4 months now, and he doesn't have any kind of flat head. His head is just this perfect like head shape. It's really a huge difference. So he is never ever in any kind of baby swing. You see, that's rock and play. We just gave it to my daughter for her dolls. We don't actually use it for any of our kids. So he's never in any kind of baby gear. Maximum he'll be there for like 5 minutes if I'm like washing my face or something in the morning. Now, of course, not every baby can be without any baby gear, and I understand that. If you do have to put your baby into some baby gear, do use a boppy pillow. Use a pillow like this. It's very thin here, so they're not compressed when they're laying down. Their airway is not compressed. It has this little hole and it kind of positions their head in place. So if you do have to use baby gear, use something like this. Number two is whenever you put your baby down into their crib, wherever you lay them down, always switch sides. So one day put them with the head to this side, next day put them with the head to the other side, and always switch sides. If two people are doing it, you kind of have to consult each other which side the baby was on. This is what we did with my husband. We had to keep switching my daughter's head. If they're already sleeping and you notice them continuously switching to one side, you have to turn their head while they're sleeping so they kind of spend equal amounts of time on each side of the head. Number three, tummy time is your best friend. Now, babies are very different. My daughter hated tummy time. My son is pretty much doing tummy time all the time unless he's sleeping. Sometimes he even naps on his tummy. Now, I'm not saying by any means that you should put your baby down to nap on their belly, but that's just how my son is. He loves to be on his tummy. So not every baby will tolerate tummy time, especially when they're very little and it's just really hard for them to like lift their head. Instead of just forcing all this tummy time on your baby, if they start crying, pick them up, carry them around, put them in a baby wrap carrier, basically lift them off their back as much as possible. I think that's one of the most important things, you know, just prevent your baby from actually like laying on the back of their head unless they're sleeping. And of course, just hold your baby more. That will be great for both you and the baby. Another thing that actually our pediatrician told us is most of the babies that end up developing a flat head, they have some degree of torticollis, and this is when the neck is kind of tight on one side. So on this side they will be very stretched, these neck muscles, and on this side they will be tight. So it will actually be physically hard for your baby to like turn the head all the way this way. And what our pediatrician recommended is these stretches to do with your baby. So it's kind of like physical therapy, and I'm a huge fan of physical therapy for all your needs and all your problems. So you can do these kinds of stretches. I will show a few that our pediatrician showed us in the end, so they're not like stuck with their head on one side because the neck is not allowing the head to turn the other way. That is also super helpful. This is what we did. Just go to your pediatrician and ask them for some stretches for your baby, and they will show you. Do them every day. They don't take that much time, and it's a huge help. Now, the great news about flathead and plagiocephaly is that the babies grow and their skull grows with them. So the shape actually corrects itself over time if you do the right thing to it. If you continue to have your baby sleep on this one side, of course, like, it's not gonna correct itself. But if you do these things that I'm mentioning, and the ones that I mentioned in my previous video that has helped so many parents, definitely it will be a huge help. So the head will actually change shape when they begin to be more mobile themselves, when they stop being on their back all the time, and when they can tolerate more tummy time. So that's the great news. Now, in my previous video, the reason why I made it is because I had to go to obscure places to find this one hat that actually fixed our daughter's flat head. In addition to that hat, I also did all these things that I'm mentioning in this video to help it. But if you do notice a flat head starting to develop, definitely invest into this hat. I will provide a link for it below. This is what we used, and it was a huge game changer and a complete lifesaver. And basically, in my opinion, it's one of the main reasons why we were able to fix my daughter's flat head. So a little bit of a backstory now. When she was about 4.5 months old, we were told that she had flat head syndrome. She had plagiocephaly. One of the sides of her head was entirely flattened, and her face on that side was like moved forward. So my daughter was born, and I was with her for 8 weeks after she was born, and most of the time I was actually exclusively pumping, so she had to be fed from the bottles. She was with me as I was pumping, and she would kind of just lay her head on one side, and I would have the bottle to her face, and she would just eat, and I didn't think anything about that. But eventually the neck muscles on one side became too tight. She basically was just like this all the time, and then we realized that she was developing a flat head. We asked our pediatrician about it. He gave us all the stretches to do for her neck. He referred us to a place that specialized in basically baby helmet, and we went to that place. They told us that her like asymmetry number was 11, that it was medically required for her to have a helmet. I'm definitely not here to tell you if you should get a helmet or if you should not get a helmet. I'm not a medical professional. I am just here as a mom of 2 kids, and I have my own experience, and I'm just speaking from my own experience and trying to share this information with you guys because I think it's hugely beneficial. And I wish there was a video like this that I had watched when I was going through this. And they told us that it was medically necessary to have a helmet. I kind of did not like the vibe of the woman that was measuring her head. It seemed like she was like, oh, you feel guilty, let me talk you through this. Basically, it was kind of like a sales pitch, sort of what I got from it. And so I went online and I searched high and low, and the turtle hat was one of the things that I found that we immediately bought and that we used religiously with our daughter, in addition to all the things that I'm mentioning in this video. And that really helped us, and basically she ended up not actually needing the helmet. Do your own research, talk to your pediatrician, you know, definitely make your own informed decision. But I am definitely here to share my experience and hopefully help you guys prevent this, because it's definitely very preventable and very fixable. It's not like the end of the world if it happens, and you can definitely deal with it, and there's definitely steps you can take to prevent it and to deal with it if you notice your baby developing plagiocephaly or developing a flat head. So I really hope you guys find this video helpful. Please watch my other video. I go into how to use the hat and show you guys like how we used it. It really helped, so definitely check out that video. Like I said, I'll link it down below and I'll put it in the card. Yeah, if you guys have any kind of questions, please feel free to leave them below in the comments. I answer every single question that I get. And please like this video if you find this helpful, and please share it with other parents if you know of anyone who's going through this and who could use this information. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel below. I'll be doing a lot more videos on parenting in the future, and please click the notification bell button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. So yeah, ask your pediatrician to show you some stretches that will be good for your baby. These are the ones that our pediatrician showed us for our daughter when she had plagiocephaly.